Yo, what is going on, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to convert any movie you want, whether it's a Blu-ray, DVD, Netflix, HBO Max, any streaming service, any movie you want. I'm going to show you how to convert it to an MP4 file without using any type of computer software. All you need is this device right here. This is called a Cloner Alliance Pro. This device will allow you to record pretty much anything you can think of. DVDs, Blu-rays, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO, all of those streaming apps. It can record Xbox game footage, PS5, GameCube, pretty much any video game console that came out in the last 20 years. It can also digitalize your old VHS tapes if you were interested in transferring your old tapes into an MP4 format to preserve your old VHS footage. This device will capture any display that uses an HDMI cable, your yellow, white, and red composite cables, component cables, or this blue attachment used for computer displays. The only downside of this device that I've noticed is that it can record 4K footage, but the final MP4 video files will be displayed as 1080p. So you can record Xbox footage and Blu-ray movies which are in 4K, but the final video file will be saved in 1080p. This footage right here is 4K gameplay of Fall Guys on Xbox that I used my cloner to record the gameplay with. And to me personally, the gameplay still looks great. Like, the picture quality looks good. It doesn't even look like it's in 1080. I haven't been disappointed with this thing at all. When you order this cloner, this is everything that comes in the box with it. It comes with the cloner box itself, a remote control, an HDMI cable, then this HDMI like converter cable that'll convert to like all the components and that the computer display. It comes with a power supply and then a small manual too explaining how to use it. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with a flash drive. You're gonna need a flash drive because that's how this device saves all the video files. If you don't have a good one already, I'd recommend at least like 128 gigs or higher because the video files are gonna be pretty large when you're downloading them. They're pretty cheap on Amazon too. And then if you didn't want to use a flash drive, you can always use a solid state hard drive instead of a flash. I tested out both on my cloner. I used a flash drive and my solid state hard drive, and they both work perfectly fine. The video format I'm going to be recording today is an actual DVD disc on a DVD Blu-ray player. And the movie I'm going to be showing you guys that I'm recording is going to be Borat.
Very nice. Wah wah wah.
This movie is an American classic. If you haven't seen this movie already, I recommend you pick up a cheap copy on eBay from between $3 and $5. The funny part about me using this DVD for this video is that the disc art on the disc is actually meant to look like a bootleg DVD. Which is ironic that I'm using this movie for a demonstration about ripping DVDs. So now I'm going to show you how to set this thing up so you can start recording movies. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your DVD Blu-ray player is actually plugged in with the power supply, and then connect the HDMI from your DVD player into the in slot on your cloner. Then take your second HDMI cable that your cloner comes with and plug that into the out slot on your cloner on the back of it, and have the other end of that HDMI plugged into your TV or whatever display you're going to be using. Just a quick side note, whatever device you plan on capturing footage from, that HDMI will be plugged into the in slot, like on this picture right here above. So in this case, I'm using a DVD Blu-ray player, but this is where you would plug in your Fire Stick or your Xbox, GameCube, your VHS player, or whatever device you're capturing from. That's going to go in the in slot. So once both of your HDMI cables are connected, you're going to want to make sure you plug in the power supply to your cloner and plug that into the wall. And then you're going to want to put in your whatever device you're saving to, like a flash drive or a hard drive or a solid state drive. You're going to want to make sure that's plugged into the side, into the USB port. Once everything is plugged in and you're good, turn on the cloner by pressing or holding the record stop on the front of the box. Hold it for 1 second to turn it on. And then if you want to turn it off, hold it for 5 seconds. Then turn your TV on and then choose the correct HDMI that you plugged it into the TV with so it'll display on your TV. So now that everything is plugged in and turned on, go to the DVD main menu so you can start recording your movie. Before you start recording anything though, you want to make sure you do this first with the remote that it came with. On the remote, you want to press a few buttons to make sure you're recording in the correct settings so you get the best picture quality possible. You're going to want to record your movie in a 16:9 ratio. If you don't know what that means, I'll put a picture up explaining what that is. You basically have two options when capturing your screen. You can record in a 4:3 ratio, which is basically a square, or you can record in a 16:9 ratio, which is a nice rectangle that almost all videos are recorded in. The only reason you would want to record in a 4:3 ratio is if you were planning on watching your movie on like a Game Boy Color or a TI-83. You're mostly going to want to record in a 16:9 ratio. If you actually want a square size video, then choose 4:3 ratio. But personally speaking, I think a 4:3 ratio looks like shit when you're recording a movie. The next button you want to press is the 1080p at the bottom, so you're recording in the highest resolution that this cloner offers. Once you select the 16:9 ratio and then the 1080p quality, you can go ahead and press the record button in the top of the remote. When you start recording, you'll see like a text in the corner, just kind of counting down how much time has elapsed since you started recording. I believe you can toggle the setting on and off in the settings if you don't want to see this in the corner of your screen while you're recording. But you don't have to worry about that text showing up on your final video. It's not going to be there on your final MP4 video file when you're all done with it. For me personally, I think it's helpful to leave that on when I'm recording because it shows me that I'm actually recording the screen. Then once your video is over, you want to stop the recording when you're done by pressing the stop button on your remote to stop the recording altogether.
What type of dog is this?
This is a tortoise.
Is this a cat in a hat?
No.
It's a tortoise in a shell.
Yes.
You can play back what you recorded from your TV by pressing the playback button on your remote. If you wanted to take screenshots of your TV screen, you can also do that by pressing this picture button on your remote. And then you can also look back at your pictures and screenshots you took as well by pressing the playback option too. If you don't want to watch your videos play back on your TV, you always have the option to just take your flash drive out and put it in your PC and then watch or play back your videos from your computer instead. Just another quick side note, you're going to be pressing this back button a lot to navigate through all the different screens when you're recording videos with this cloner, just a heads up. Now that you have recorded your whole movie, it's going to save on your flash drive or hard drive that is connected to your cloner. You can now disconnect it from your cloner and plug it into your computer to watch your MP4 files back. You can basically do anything with this MP4 file now. You can airdrop your movie to your iPhone if you have an iPhone and have it on your camera roll. I would personally do this if I was about to go on an airplane for several hours. I would just airdrop a movie to my phone and have it on my camera roll and have it ready for my flight.
Oh, king in the castle, king in the castle. Have a chair, I have a chair. Oh, go do this, king in the castle.
And luckily with airdropping, you can airdrop huge files from your Mac to your iPhone without any issues. So you can now start building a library of movies. I would recommend using a solid state drive if you're going to build a library of movie files because they're small, they're lightweight, you can store a ton of video files on them, and you can basically take it anywhere you want. You can plug that solid state drive into any device that will play MP4 files, and you can pretty much watch your movies anywhere you want.
What's up with that vanilla face?
We're just a couple of pimps, no hoes.
Sir, you gotta leave.
Okay.
You gotta leave now. We're gonna call the cops and we'll have you taken out.
The reason this cloner is so good is because it gets around HDCP. So HDCP is basically, it's like a coding scheme or some shit developed by Intel used to protect audio and video signals traveling through an HDMI port from being copied and illegally downloaded during a streaming session, which I'm doing right now. So like HDCP, it's basically like a firewall inside of your HDMI cables that prevents you from capturing whatever is being displayed by the cord. But the cloner, it like interrupts that signal that's going from your DVD player to your TV screen, which allows you to record your screen without getting stopped by this HDCP bullshit. There are other methods you can try in order to convert like a DVD movie or a Blu-ray to an MP4 file, but HDCP is going to block you from doing it. That's why I use this cloner device. So I'm sure the thought that's going through your head right now is that this is illegal, but there's nothing illegal about screen recording your own DVDs and Blu-rays because you already own the discs, so this isn't considered stealing. You're basically just changing your movie from a disc format to a digital format. If you started distributing the MP4 files to other people and you started selling like flash drives or hard drives full of movies, that's when you start getting in trouble and that's when it becomes illegal. That's where you would get fucked. So I'm not affiliated with this company or this brand that makes this device at all. I just really like this thing and how much you can do with it. So if you wanted to buy this, it's on Amazon. I'll post a picture of the listing. I know it's a little pricey, but with how much you can record and digitalize with this thing, to me, it's completely worth the money. You can literally capture anything you can think of and save those files forever on your computer as an MP4 video file. And then flash drives are cheap too. Just make sure you buy a solid brand and not like a knockoff piece of shit. Before I close this video, here's a brief clip of me using this cloner to screen record Netflix. I know I included Netflix on the thumbnail and I didn't want this video to be considered clickbait. So I recorded this footage using my Fire Stick and had zero issues with like HDCP blocking it all, like any of the content on Netflix. So this method does work for like all those streaming services. Alright guys, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll try my best to answer them as much as I can. I make other videos as well if you want to watch some Madden videos or Mario Kart, and then I'm going to be posting more videos in the future going forward. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope you learned something. But yeah, I am all done for this video, so bye-bye!
Sometime my sister, she show her vagina to my brother Bilo and say, "You will never get this, you will never get this, la 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 la."